Welcome to the Legal Code, the YouTube channel dedicated to asking and answering legal questions, whether that's dealing with celebrity news and the legal implications of the things that they encounter and what you can learn from them, legal pitfalls for your small business, what to look out for, estate planning, the importance of that. We discuss a wide range of legal topics. So if you like that sort of things, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share with anyone else you think will find value. Also, I want to mention that I have some legal consultation slots available. So if you would like the opportunity to work with a real life attorney to get your real legal questions answered, yes, I give you the real answer, not the it depends answer and maybe this, maybe that. We do a deep dive into the area of concern, whether that's for estate planning, contract negotiation, legal pitfalls. Are you exposed to liability in your business? We go through all of that in the legal consultation. So if you would like to schedule an appointment with me, you could do so. The link is in the description box. Now, without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand. Burger King. If you have not heard already, you must be living under the rock. This is a wonderful story to see, and I'm so happy to be able to report on it, employment law, labor law, and what your takeaway should be from this. So just a few days ago, this story broke. A Burger King cook and cashier by the name of Kevin Ford, who worked at Burger King in the Las Vegas airport, has not missed a day of work in 27 years, even during COVID, and who became an internet sensation when a videotape of him opening a goodie bag that was a retirement gift for him went viral. Despite his nearly 3 decades of dedication, you know what he was gifted for his tenure? Not what you would imagine. This is the most embarrassing and underwhelming gift a company of this magnitude, Burger King, a franchise, can give one of their most dedicated employees. Are you listening? Lanyard, Reese's candy, 2 packs of Lifesavers candy, a Starbucks tumbler, I'm missing something, and one movie ticket, or was it 2? 1 movie ticket, all in a plastic see-through transparent bag, not even gift wrap, in a nice gift bag with tissue paper. That is the gift they gave to the man who has dedicated his life, worked through the pandemic for 27 years without missing a day of work. Burger King, you should be so embarrassed by this gift. So embarrassed by this gift. This was a quality employee. Even though Burger King didn't see that he was quality, the rest of the world, because he has now received over $200,000 in donations based on a GoFundMe page that his daughter set up, wanting to raise enough money so that he can purchase a ticket to visit his family. I don't know where they live. I believe in Florida, but he's in Las Vegas. So the daughter thought that this gift was underwhelming, considering how he has dedicated his time and his better part of almost 30 years to this enterprise, and only received this gift, decided to go on GoFundMe and ask the public to make a small donation, a small blessing, as she said, to fund a ticket for him to see his children and his grandchildren. All she wanted to raise was $200, and she ended up with, as of today, over $200,000. I feel like the tape stopped. Hold on one second. As of today, over $200,000. I think 218 when I last checked midday. And he is so overwhelmed, the public attention, the public support. So this has been so overwhelming. And of course, he was not expecting this a level of attention. He was just happy to receive the gift that he received. And he showed gratitude in the video. He didn't buck it. He wasn't smug about it. But the public, Reddit, what was it, Reddit and TikTok said no, he deserved much more. And they rallied behind this GoFundMe page. However, it became a sensation, and now he is receiving all of this money. So that is so wonderful to see. And Burger King, shame on you. Shame on you for giving this type of gift to this level of dedication from this employee. And Burger King's not alone. There are countless other companies out there that are so stingy and unappreciative of the dedicated employees that they have, the talent pool that they have, and they give their employees crumbs while the corporations take a Goliath-sized amount of benefits. So Mr. Ford took the job 27 years ago in order to pay for his 4 daughters to go to high school and to college. And fortunately enough, the job provided also really robust health insurance. That's why one of the main reasons why he took the job 27 years ago. So it allowed him to fund the higher education of his daughters and give them health insurance while they're in college. So he's appreciative of that. And so that's one reason why he stayed so long and did what he had to do and had his nose to the grindstone in order to support his family. And now he can go into retirement rather comfortably because he now has 6 figures to go into his retirement. Now, Ford told News Nation that he plans to visit his daughter and his grandchildren with the money, and he also plans to start saving for college for his grandchildren. I mean, he's the gift that keeps on giving. And even actor David Spade donated $5,000. All I can say is, people, take your time off. This goes to show you that no matter how dedicated you are to these companies, they are often not dedicated to you. And yes, we work for money and we should not expect anything in return. Same thing goes for the employers who want us to dedicate our lives and do more than beyond the scope of our employment, what our employment calls for, to serve the company and the public. They should expect the minimum as well. Taking a break from work is essential. Not only does it provide quality time with family and friends, but it allows us to step away, reset, return to our jobs, refreshed and clear-headed. And while studies tout the importance of taking time off, United States companies still keep their employees on a tight leash, providing minimal vacation days, sick days, maternity leave. I could go on and on. The result is that the workforce is obliged to push through looming burnout in an effort to make it work and not take a vacation. And the U.S. is renowned for its less than stellar working conditions to boot in this area. But in an effort to see how it really stacks up, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, an economic organization with 38 member countries, ran the numbers to see where the United States ranks. So in a 2020 study, which is the most recent and most robust that we have, based on time off, U.S. companies rank the worst. And this is ranking 38 countries based on this study. The study reviewed each member country's statutory paid annual leave policy for full-time private sector employees who have been working for their current employer for 1 year. It also incorporated public holidays to show the total number of days an employee can take off while still being paid. And it's not surprising that 3 European countries topped the charts for their generous time off. Austria was ranked number 1 for providing workers with a total of 25 days of paid annual leave and 13 public holidays, bringing the total number to 38 days off paid. France and Spain followed with 36 days each, then South Korea with 31 days off. Other countries with the high annual leave, both paid time off and public holidays, include Germany with 30, the UK with 28, and Japan with 26. The United States, for one of the wealthiest nations, has an abysmal 10 days off total, almost 4 times less than Austria. Perhaps most notably, all 10 of those days are public holidays, as the US is the only OECD country that does not provide a statutory minimum leave entitlement for employees at a federal level. That means the choice to provide annual paid time off is up to the company. And while some organizations choose to provide their employees with 10 to 15 days of paid leave on top of the 10 holidays, it's not required. Perhaps most concerning, a pre-pandemic report from the Center for Economic Policy Research found that 1 in 4 workers in the United States don't get any paid vacation time or holidays. An embarrassment for this country. Now let's look at maternity leave, since people love these babies so much. Now, according to a 2019 report by Unicef, which analyzed which of the country's richest countries are most family friendly, can you guess which top the list? Estonia and Bulgaria are the most friendly for leave of full-time pay. At the bottom of the table again was the United States, with a grand total of 0 weeks, as many of you know, absolutely no national paid leave. The Eastern European country of Bulgaria is the most generous, with maternity leave female workers entitled to up to 410 days of maternity leave, provided in phases, of course. So this leave is funded at nearly 90% of the employee's salary through Social Security. So here's what new parents and their employers need to know about maternity leave in Bulgaria. By law, maternity leave begins 45 days prior to the birth. All mothers receive 42 days of leave post-birth, regardless of infant survival. An additional 48 days of regular maternity leave is given after the mother is released from the hospital. The balance of 275 days is discretionary entitlement based on family leads. So if a mother requires or requests additional leave in writing, the employer is obligated to honor it. Just like that. Now, Estonia, another Eastern European country, allows new mothers to take 140 days of full paid leave, after which they can either take another 435 days of fully paid leave or share it with family members. The compensation is based on 100% of the average earnings calculated from the individual's employment in the previous calendar year, without an upper limit on payments. This is funded by Estonia's national healthcare program through general taxation. So women workers on average salary in Estonia can take job protected leave when they give birth and continue taking home full wages for the first 18 months of their child's life, in the form of 20 weeks fully paid maternity leave, followed by the first 62 weeks of maximum paid parental leave after that. Monthly payments drop considerably until the child turns 3. So essentially leave until 3 years old. Now, the US is the only OECD country without a national statutory paid maternity, paternity, or parental leave. The FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act, enables some employees to take up to 12 weeks unpaid, though, maternity leave, but only 60% of workers are eligible because FMLA only applies to workers in companies with 50 or more workers, which is why many employees don't qualify for FMLA. There are also other requirements. Currently, only 8 states in the United States offer FMLA. At a state level: California, New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, a few others. I'll list them. Connecticut, Oregon, and DC. They have passed their own state paid leave. Again, the US offers 0 weeks. More of the US has fewer maternity leave protections and benefits than any other country. So this begs the question, who is going to watch all of these babies once they're born? What was interesting when I was doing the research and compiling the list is that from year to year, each of these countries that offer really generous and robust maternity leave or parental leave is that they alternate as to who's number one and who's number two, because each country is improving their policies from year to year in order to keep their talented women in the workforce. This does not get a lot of attention. However, Trump, while he was in office, he backed the idea from his daughter, Ivanka Trump, to provide paid maternity leave for workers, rather than the 12 weeks of unpaid leave offered by the FMLA Act. Now, Trump was successful in enacting the landmark unpaid leave legislation for federal employees, but the vast majority of workers still do not have guaranteed paid parental leave. Wow. Now, America advertises itself to be a country that subscribes to a vision that healthy and thriving population begins with individuals having freedom to balance their careers, hobbies, and families, and supports these actively in its rhetoric, but in legislation, it's absent. It's totally absent in the legislation. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these countries offering such robust time off, paid family leave, as opposed to the United States offering very little benefit? What do you think needs to be done? Let me know your thoughts. I'll tell you what I think. I think this is embarrassing for one of the wealthiest and advanced countries in the world to not look at the human aspect of their workforce. Let me know what you think. All comments are welcome. I think this is a wake-up call also for many women to not only think about continuing having children in this country, they should be rallying to get more support and more time off after they give birth. America is one of the countries that offers such an inadequate amount of time off for a mother. So let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.